Steve Maclin has officially been reinstated in TNA Wrestling, and a TNA World Title match is set for Sacrifice. Let's talk about it. A little bit of backstory. Steve Maclin participates in the Feast or Fired match. 3 briefcases, 3 have title shots, 1 has a pink slip. You're gone from TNA Wrestling. Steve Maclin got the pink slip, got the fired briefcase. He is gone from TNA Wrestling. We transition to another episode of TNA Impact where he's saying his emotional goodbye to TNA Wrestling. As he walks out, he comes face to face with Mike Santana. They have a positive exchange of words until Mike Santana walks away. Steve Maclin walks away, actually is walking out the door, turns around and attacks Mike Santana. No surrender. Steve Maclin pops up and attacks Mike Santana on an episode of TNA Impact. I believe he shows up and attacks Mike Santana till it gets to the point where Tom Hannafin, the commentator for TNA Impact, gets involved and says, Steve Maclin, let me talk to management. Let me talk to management to get you into the building so you can explain your side of the story. We get to that point. We get to that interview where Steve Maclin tries to explain his side of the story, but the crowd hates him. The crowd is heckling the crap out of Steve Maclin to the point where Steve Maclin even said, y'all were on social media calling for me to be reinstated, and now you want to boo me? Steve Maclin works as a heel, but he tried to get his thoughts out there. It wasn't happening, and he attacked Tom Hannafin and then attacked Matthew Waywall as well. So we fast forward to this past week's episode of TNA Impact, where Mike Santana comes out and says, I'm begging y'all right now, Santino, come out here, reinstate Steve Maclin. Well, Santino didn't come out there. Daria Ray came out there, and she did grant Mike Santana's wish. They reinstated Steve Maclin, but the match between Steve Maclin and Mike Santana will only happen on Daria's terms. That's when Santino came out and said, nah, I'm making this match official. Sacrifice. Mike Santana defends the TNA World Championship against Steve Maclin. Sadly, that is where I have to end the story, even though I know the rest of the story. At the tapings, Steve Maclin said some things that I always thought was true, and he brought it to light. And when those things are revealed, I will be able to talk about it. Steve Maclin works best as the heel, and this is perfection. I'm excited to see where this goes.